Heidi ho, friends. Welcome to another episode of Trekking Tuesday, Season 3, Episode 1. Yeah, I know. 3 years. Can you believe that? Neither can I. Let's go with the weather conditions today. I left the Mountaineer, 48 degrees. Today, a very nice high of 51. Wind slight problem, north wind out at about 10 miles an hour, gusting to 25 at times. So, that's why we're going to go a little deeper into the woods than we would normally, because usually I stick by the river, but we're not doing that. What are we doing today? Well, I had several options, and one of them was actually hiking the Rip Trail. I seriously considered doing that, but I opted out for better weather conditions, and there's a reason for that too. We'll get into that later. Going walkabout, which is kind of what I'm doing now. And I want to search out a new location to build a shelter. I've got an idea. As you know, last year I dismantled all the shelters and left the area as I found it. So this year we're going to start building shelters again, and I've got a couple of really cool ideas. So right now we're roughly about a mile from the trailhead, and we're going to hike around the Missouri River. It's right over that way, not that far. And we're going to hike around to the creek by the railroad tracks and see if we can't find a shelter location. Once again, we've came to a fork in the road. If you remember, last Trekking Tuesday was last week. We cut through that way, and we went through a couple fields and ended up at the railroad. And we came in from this direction right here. Okay, so now this is going to be kind of important for the placement of the shelter. From there on up a little ways, then it's going to stop, curve over towards the river. That is a wildlife reserve. We need to stay off of that area. Okay, from this fence down, and it curves around a little bit until we get to the creek, is private property. And in between this area here, and it wraps around a little bit once you hit the creek, that is no man's land, the floodplain, and that's where we're going to be looking. So I'm looking for an area with a lot of down trees and maybe a cool, oh, hang on. That is Michelle, friends.
50 yards per minute equal to 2.0 miles per hour.
Yes, I brought her out of mothballs. I'm testing her out today because I'm going to need her help to get back into the winter camp. But that will be another video. Alright, so we're looking for materials like down trees. There's a batch of river cane over there that would be very useful. So we're officially in no man's land. I've been following the fence for the private property right here, and you can see it hasn't been maintained in a long time, so I'm pretty sure nobody comes out here. Over that way is that field we crossed into, and the fence keeps on going that direction. And if you look over there, it's kind of hard to see. Let's get a little bit closer, shall we? That's where the wildlife reserve begins. Let's see the sign. Way, where's it at? Right there. There it is. Way down there. So we want to stay out of that area. So from here on down towards the river is the direction we want to go. I made it to the creek, and the railroad is right up there. The crossing point where that tunnel is probably be down there about 0.4 miles. It's not that far. Shelter Island is a mile that way, a mile 0.2 maybe. And I haven't seen anything that looks really promising until I look that direction. If you look down the creek, there's an outcrop just a little bit, and up on that bank you see all that debris. I'm very curious to see what that is. So we're going to hike down that direction, and this will be going the direction towards the Missouri River and the Shelter Island. And yes, we still are in no man's land, and if you can tell, it is a floodplain, because you see how the trees are leaning. You have some of the water pushing on them. There is that rock I was talking about. I'm thinking that would be an awesome place to set up a gill net. But we still need to wander on down a little bit further and see where all that debris is. Would you look at the size of this fungus I have found? This would make some great fire tinder. It might be turkey tail, I'm not sure. It's got another fungus growing inside of it. It's not horse's hoof. It's really hard to tell for me in the wintertime because I'm not an expert in that field. Okay, so we've came to the area with all the down trees. We've got this cottonwood that has recently fallen. We've got a couple others over there. I'm not getting a bad vibe from the area. It doesn't feel right. I think mainly because the wind coming down the valley, because that's where the railroad is. There's the cliffs. There's the valley. It's kind of strong. I'll tell you what. Let's walk the rest of this cottonwood. Although this cottonwood would make one heck of a shelter. God, look at all the fungi. Yeah, but I don't want to disturb them. Let's stroll down a little bit further towards Shelter Island. Well, crap. I haven't found anything that looks promising, and probably time to stop because we've bottlenecked. There's the little creek that goes to the Missouri. And if you look over there, there's the boundaries for the wildlife reserve. And this area, although being in no man's land, is not a place to build a shelter because it'll be found. Okay, what are we doing next? Let's hit the trail here and look for something else. And we'll go ahead and set up a little day camp. I've made it to the Missouri, and the wind is kind of brutal when it blows. So we're not going to hike on this trail very long. Wow, that is very cold, especially coming off that water. I think we're going to go down here a ways, and wow. Yeah, and we're going to go down here a ways and cut in. I got something in mind. I think I can still find it. We'll see. Can you guess where I am now? I bet some of you can. If you remember correctly, a couple years ago, I built the river cane shelter right here. In fact, we still have a stash of wood. Well, that's what's left of it. It was set up. Let's get back so we can get a better view of this area. It was set up from that tree to right there. Had a nice little fire pit right there. And the back of it was blocking the wind coming off the Missouri, along with all the debris, well, the vegetation. The Missouri, maybe 200 yards that way. Railroad tracks that direction, 0.9 miles. The field we hiked through was, well, we came down originally, is 1.2 miles that way. I think we're going to set up a day camp here. Or maybe, let's see what we got going on. I think this might be a bad idea. I've got a thing for walking on logs today for some reason. Yeah, I thought about sitting up here by this log, but I don't think we're going to do that. But this is a really good location. I mean, we had great water runoff, so many building materials, but it was time to take the shelter down. And I used all that river cane, which is what some people call it horse's tail, snake grass. I call it river cane. And I cut that entire area out. And as you can see, it has grown back. It's a very, what do they call it, invasive species? Oh, we're going to fall off the log. No, we're not. We're good. We're good. Very invasive. We'll go. Okay, we're not going to talk until we get off the log. All right, we're good. A very invasive species of plant, I guess you would call it. Okay, I do recall I owe you a closer look at this pack. I'm hoping, let's get this out of the way for now. Put you over here. Whoop. That I have a tripod with me. And to be straight up honest with you, I don't think I do. This ground is kind of mushy. All right. Let's see what we can do. Alright, I think this is emergency sky pack. I don't have my spectacles with me, so I couldn't tell you. We do have the thermal rest down at the bottom along with the machete right there. And what I've done, because I don't trust this pack yet, is I've ran a couple of these straps from the top down here to this carabiner just to hold everything in place. I don't know what these zippers are capable of yet. The pack has only been on the market for a couple years, only 7 reviews, and honestly I don't think anybody's really took it out and gave it a good test drive. We have on the side these pull downs to cinch it up, to tighten everything so everything doesn't, oh no, come on, everything doesn't jiggle around. I like that. It's a 44 or 45 liter pack. It's really cool. We've got 2 pouches here. We got one down at the bottom. We've got one at the top. And yes, as you can see, all these little tie downs here for the zips. I do clip them together just in case, because I do a lot of bushwhacking. And God forbid a tree grabs one of these suckers and opens it up. And apparently I'm not very talented with one hand today. Can we get it? Oh, come on. Yeah, we got it. There we go. All right. But anyway, really nice pouches. Tell you what, let's go up here and see if we have a tripod, which will make life a lot easier for us. Then again, maybe not. There we go. Cool thing is this pack zips. You can disconnect this right there and disconnect that. Come on. Same thing on this side. Did that one, and it opens all the way freaking up. Here, I'll show you. Like a little suitcase. And you can just see in there. See all the gear I got. There's the shelter we're going to be using. We've got my food. We've got agua. The protein. Oh, wow, we do have a tripod. It's not a big one, but it'll help. Yeah, oh well, we already got this far. Down here, my protein bars and carb bars, gloves down at the bottom. Nope, they're not in this section. We'll need that. The gloves are not in this section. Okay, I'm still new to the pack, friends. Bear with me. Got all my food in there. And on this section, there it is. Rain jackets. I have no clue what that is. Take a look, shall we? Oh, that's part of the shovel. We'll need that later too. Okay, so each section unzips and it unfolds like a little suitcase, and that's why we got these straps all attached, because God forbid I catch on a tree limb, this thing unzips, gear will be all over the freaking place. And let's pop this little guy on this section. This is my backup coat. More water, flashlight, all these nifty little mesh pockets. My multi-purpose little bag down there, my purple one, it's got a little bit of everything in it. Food items, there's my gloves, my cook kit. This top one, of course, is the emergency toiletries. And we got the first aid kit on this side. And right now, there's really nothing on that side. That's usually where I carry the radio. All right, we got all this. I think I've got my charging gears in there. So I should have a camera mount for this tripod. All right, main goal right now is we're going to get the shelter set up. I now remember why I picked this spot. The way the sun is angled, it comes right in, hits that shelter, and gets that space really freaking warm. I've got both my coats and hat off right now. We went with just a simple lean-to setup. I've got it staked off there, and over there. Got it tied out on this side just to keep it taut. We got a small overhang on it. Yeah, that would protect us from the rain, but honestly, I don't. Hey, where did you come from? Did you know I was coming out in the woods today and just decided to show up? Would you look at that cloud? No, out of nowhere. All right, anyway. We got it tied off to that tree there, that tree, this tree over here. We got our fire pit on this side. And when a wind does pick up, I've been watching it, the shelter system does block the wind, and the ashes are going out in this direction. So I think we need to just move a little bit more of these leaves out of the way. Yep. Are you serious? Oh my. Okay, no worries. It just got freaking dark. Actually, that's kind of cool. Oh, here it comes. Watch the light. Boom. It's just simple, friends. Oh my God. It's a simple thing, friends. The simple things that really amuse me. All this wood is just, it's damp. It's not a big deal. It's burnable. We got our fire going, trench fire, the windbreak here on the back side, which is helps when the wind picks up, but it's really not blowing right now. We're going to get that built up with a nice bit of coals. Then we're going to put on a spot of tea, providing it don't rain. Can you guess who got a nice little nap? Yeah, it was this guy. See, the sun was there earlier, and it's over here now. I'm going to give it a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hour siesta. Oh, I guess we need to find some food. Yeah, we're out of dandelion tea. Not real hungry, but we're going to need something to get us out of here, just to power me up a little bit. What do we got? Turkey casserole? No. A couple double hot chocolates? No. What's in this one? You know what? I'm really starting to like this pack because everything is easy to get to. Whoa, it's that cloud's back. We have in here pepper steak. That's good. I'm not feeling it. Another pepper steak. Okay. A little weird. No, I don't want cereal. Wait a minute. What's this? Strawberry cream? Heck yeah, friends. We're going to go with some meal of oats. Got two of them. I think one will do the trick, though. Yeah, you know what? We're going to make that. Let's see. How much water we got left? Yeah, we got plenty of water because I just refilled that. So we're back to a full 32. We got a 16 and a 16. Let's see how the fire is doing. This wood is so wet. It's burning so slow. You know what? Let's give that a couple minutes for the coals to come up a little. Yeah, I think we could put our cup on there somewhere. That feels good, though. Yep, there's a spot right there we can put our cup on and get a good boil going. All right, so we're just going to go with the oatmeal, I think. This should not take long at all to boil. In fact, we probably could pull the lid off. Whoopsie. Let's try that. There we go. Over there. Once we get a good boil going, we're just going to go ahead and add our oatmeal. You know, I bet that's too much water. Yeah, maybe. I got more water in there. The trick with oatmeal is you want to really rehydrate it, because if you don't, when you eat it, you start hiking and then drinking water, and it hydrates in your stomach. It is very, very unpleasant. We got a fairly good roar and bubble going. I don't want it to get too freaking crazy. Then it'll boil everything out. There we go. Yeah, that's not going to be enough oatmeal. We are definitely going to have to grab another pack, I'm betting. And of course, when I go get the other pack, everything gets out of control. Oh my. Alright, let's give that a stir. Yeah, that's better. Woo! Thing's getting a little out of control. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, there we go. It's starting to thicken up. We're going to go ahead and pull it off the fire and just let it sit for a little bit. Plus, it's a little too warm to eat right now. Yeah, what the hell? Let's have a little bite. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but as our friend, the sun slowly sets, the wind is picking up. It's going to be a cold hike out of here. All right, we've let it set long enough to process up some more wood, keep that fire going. So let's see what we got. Thickened up quite nicely. Still very freaking hot, but very, very good. So we need to eat and then clean up my mess because I got stuff everywhere. It is getting dark fast, friends, and getting cold. Fire is 100% out. We still have wood left over for next time. And there's actually quite a bit of wood in this area to work with. There was something I was wanting to do before I was going to leave, but we'll do it next time. Oh my, furball. Okay. Does anybody remember how we got here? Hang on. 51 yards. I'm moving quick. Yeah, one last check to make sure we got everything picked up. Yes, we do. Ken, if you're watching, I covered it up. Repeat, I covered it up. All right. So, yeah. The exit's around here somewhere. I just don't remember where. It's not that far, actually, friends. I did check the time, and I am not going to make curfew. I am screwed. So there's really no hurry to get out tonight. Wow, that's pretty cool. Just got to negotiate through here and here. And down this little valley. Then once we get back up to the other side, a little more bushwhacking, and we should be at the official trail. Let's see, hopefully. We made it back to the trail, and the official distance from here to where we were, according to the GPS, is exactly 158 yards. Not bad. What the heck was that? We've made it to the halfway mark, friends. And from here, it's not that much further. Because if you remember, oh, you can't see, can you? Okay. Well, let's try this. Nope, you cannot see. Can you see the sign? Wow. You can't even see the sign. Okay. Yeah, it's dark, but there's still enough light. See right there? That's the direction we're headed right there. It's, see the sunset. Basically, we're chasing the sun out of here. And I can still see the depression in the trail. So it's not that bad. And I'm getting a small glow from the river. And as this kind of V's in towards the trailhead, oh, there's the moon. I'm getting a small glow from the levee. So I can see where I'm going. But we're almost out. I want to think, probably 25, 30 minutes and we'll be at the trailhead. Okay, sun has officially set, I would say. I'm still getting a little twilight by the river, not much. I can still see the twilight on the levee. There's the moon. Yeah, so how we're going to navigate now is I'm off the trail, I can tell. One, by feel. Two, if you listen real carefully, you can hear the highway noise. And basically, I'm just hiking in between the trees and being very careful where I'm walking so I don't hit a root and fall over. Don't think this is the trail, but we're going to keep walking towards the highway noise. Okay, friends, we made it back to the Mountaineer, and there's a car coming, which makes me very freaking nervous in this park. I'm very fond of the pack. I'm really starting to like it, man. Easy access to my gear. It feels good on my back. I haven't ripped it out yet. Yeah, let's go over our stats real quick. I did 2 GPSs because I'm testing out Michelle because I need her to get back into the winter camp. And this is Elizabeth. Let's see what the difference is. 1.6 out. 1.6 out. So those are accurate. Elevation change 161, and this no elevation. That's interesting. Total time on the trail 48 minutes, I think, and this one says 46. Of course, I started this one earlier. Let's go ahead and pause. I'm gonna put that up on the map. It's this map here. This is where we were today. All right, guys, things are getting really weird around here. All right, so I was going to show you the stats on the map where all we went today. Okay, there's another car. Good thing I've got my protection with me. So we're going to put both our hikes on here, like so. Okay. This one is not working out the way I wanted it. Anyway, there's where we hiked in at, stopped, hiked out, and it kind of shows up out here. All right, so the car is officially parked behind me. Pretty damn weird if you ask me. All right, friends, I'm gonna wrap this up and hop in the Mountaineer, and we'll finish the video in a minute. We're on the road out of here, and yeah, things got a little weird. He parked behind me, then he parked on the side of me, then he went on down and parked in a different spot. Yeah, that's why I don't like this park. I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyway, we're on our way home. I got a call from Jessica. We are in trouble and missing homemade spaghetti dinner and garlic toast. It will be ice cold by the time I get there. Today's goal was originally to find a new place to build a shelter, well, semi-permanent shelter. I did not find one. I'm not going to give up hope. I'm sure I'll come up with something. Next Trekking Tuesday, now that I know that Michelle is working properly, we're going to head into the winter camp and see if it still exists. That's going to be a fun hike. I had a great day, real great day, and I think my hike into the winter camp will be a YouTube video, because I guess it's been a while since I put one up, and I think people are wondering if I'm still alive or not. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up before we hit the old highway. Thanks for coming along with me on my journey, friends. And, boy, that was kind of a tongue twister. And I'll see you on YouTube. Yep, that is ice cold. What do you think, Princess? We're going to have to put that in the microwave.